I'm officially 16. I'm 17. I'm 18. Y'all, this slide is supposed to look so weird on my face because I'm sunburned. It's alright. Hey guys, I know this looks different, but as you can tell by the title of this video, this is not a normal, silly, goofy vlog, traveling, whatever you want to call it. This is probably going to be very smallly edited. I guess there's not gonna be much editing in this video. Let me say it like that. Basically today is May 11th. It's actually 11:09 p.m. So by the time I finish filming this, it'll probably be my birthday. I was born May 12th at 5:55 in the morning. So every year my parents wake me up at 5:55. We always celebrate. Well, I don't feel like doing this at 5:55 tomorrow, so I'm gonna start now, and then, yeah. So basically, let me explain to you what I'm doing. I turn 18 in a couple of hours, so ever since I was a kid, I've watched YouTubers do 19 things I learned in 19 years, 20 things I learned in 20 years, however many, you know, and I know it's cringy to do, especially because it's not popularized anymore, but I didn't think I would make it this far. I used to think I wasn't even gonna make it to high school. I never thought I was gonna see 16. Somebody asked me about 10 months ago, they were like, well, where do you see yourself in a couple years? I said, I don't see 19. I didn't think I'd live to see it. But I'm graduating valedictorian Wednesday. It's about to be Sunday. With that being said, I am not just doing this so that everyone else can hear what I think I should say, but because it's a big accomplishment. I'm about to enter a whole new chapter. I think that's important. Oh, before we get started, let me just mention my room looks really messy right now. Like there's like no pictures on that because most of them are on there. I'm moving out and like I'm not gonna have a lot of time at my house this summer because I'm gonna be so busy. So we're getting all of my dorm stuff ready so that I can just dip. Okay. Let's get started finally because I feel like this intro took forever. Okay, I'm just gonna read them, and if I elaborate. If I don't, I'm sorry. Number 1, some battles aren't yours to fight. I think a lot of times we assume that just because someone else is hurt or just because we're hurt by something, we should be the one combating it when it's really not our place. Like, other people need to learn how to do things on their own. Number 2, your life doesn't need to be figured out. A lot of people will sit here and tell you that when you're 18, when you're going to college, when you're graduating high school, that your life needs to be figured out. They'll tell you when you get out of college, your life needs to be figured out. And you're 22 and 18 years old. Your life is not going to be figured out when you're that young. Your life does not have to be figured out by a certain point. Your entire life is for figuring your life out. We're all taking it one day at a time. Which brings me, did I say that? I never said that. Okay, well, this is gonna be number 3. I'm just gonna add it in. Be kind and love everyone because it is their first time living life too. Just because they mess up, just because they say the wrong thing, doesn't mean they're a failure. It doesn't mean that they have, you know, done something wrong because they've never been in that specific situation most of the time. Okay, number 4, this one kind of goes in with another one, but you have to figure out your heart first before you can touch other people's hearts. If you don't know what love is to you, you can't demonstrate it to someone else and it not crash and burn. Number 5, how am I already losing track? Hold on, y'all. Okay, if we strive for better, then everything in life gets a bit easier. That one's pretty simple. Okay, number 6. The moon doesn't need to be whole to be loved. It's not about the moon, if you couldn't tell. It's about people. Every time we look at the moon, no matter if it's full, no matter if it's just a little, you know, most of the time we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, the moon is so pretty. The moon is this, the moon is that. Most people are just gonna say, hey, the sky is so beautiful. Look at the moon. right? Just because you're not doing your best doesn't mean you cannot be loved. You're loved no matter what. And if people can't see that, they should kick rocks. Number 7, fears you don't face become your limits. That one's self-explanatory. Okay, number 8. If you truly love something, make an effort to do it every day. If you push yourself to, like I do with these videos, right? Every single one I try and add a little bit, something extra to where I'm not perfecting, but getting better. If you truly love what you do, you're gonna make an effort for it, and it doesn't have to be literally every single day, but it's gonna be on a regular basis because you love it and you actually care about it. Otherwise, are you doing it because you love it, or are you doing it because you enjoy it? There's a difference. Okay, number 9, if you aim at nothing, you hit nothing. You can't sit here and say, oh, well, I didn't win that race, or oh, I didn't do that, or I didn't do that, when you didn't even try. You can't say, oh, well, I didn't get that job, when you didn't even apply. You can't say, oh, well, I didn't get the guy, or I didn't get the girl, when you didn't even tell me you liked them. Aim at something and you'll hit something. This is number 10. It's 2 parts. Give it to God and go to sleep. And then also with that, let it hurt, then let it go. Those 2 phrases came to me somewhere along the way of me being 18. If I'm debating something, like especially when it came to me choosing a school, I would stress about it every single night, and I just couldn't go to sleep before, I couldn't go to sleep until I had stopped thinking about it. And then I would remember, oh, like, let me just give it to God. And then I was able to go to sleep every time. Give it to God and go to sleep. And then when someone makes fun of you, when someone's beating you down, when you don't get what you want, when you're struggling with something, let it hurt. Get a cry out. A good cry, y'all. A good cry. So therapeutic. I don't know if that's like actually therapeutic. Don't take my word. But let it hurt and then let it go. Move on. There are 8 billion people in this world. Your problems aren't as big as you make them. You get what I'm saying? Number 11. I love the number 11. It's my team number. It's my jersey number. I just always put 11 down for everything. And I thought that this was going to be my senior quote, but we didn't do senior quotes. We did advice to our younger selves this year. But this is like a phrase that I said all throughout the school year. It's aim for the moon, because if you miss, you'll end up in the stars. No matter how hard you try, you are always going to find a point to critique, and that's a good thing. But if you don't aim for perfection, you're not gonna hit even close to it. If you don't aim for the best, you're not gonna get the best. It's like if you don't train your hardest, you're not gonna perform the best. Does that make sense? But if you aim for the center of the target, if you miss, you're still gonna be in the surrounding areas. I hope that makes sense. Aim for the moon because you'll end up in the stars makes a whole lot more sense. All right, I'm just gonna leave it at that and stop trying to elaborate. Okay, number 12. If you do something only to make people jealous, you're living for them, you're not living for yourself. You only get one life. Why are you living for someone else? You're the main character in your story. Get up and go at it. Get up and go at it. That was really good. I like get up and go at it. Any idea is a good idea because it might lead to a new idea. A lot of people say, oh, well, that's a bad idea. And then some people will be like, oh, well, what are we supposed to do with that idea? Like, you might be thinking right now, not every idea is a good idea because not every idea leads to a new idea. No, but it tells you what ideas aren't good. Therefore, eliminates a sector so you can figure out what is good. I really hope that makes sense. What are we on, 14? You cannot love someone's opinion and still love them. Just because you and your best friend aren't on the same political party, just because you and your best friend don't live on the same side of the tracks, just because their parents think a certain way and your parents think a certain way, just because they put ketchup on their eggs and you don't, doesn't mean you can't love them, okay? Yes, it's hard to love someone who doesn't have the same opinion as you, but it's not impossible. Number 15. One of the biggest failures you can have is not reaching your potential. That goes hand in hand with the things I was saying earlier about not trying. Like, if you're not trying to reach your best, if you're not trying to be the best, or at least try your best, then why are you trying at all? 16. You shouldn't spend your life rethinking or reliving past moments and mistakes that you've made because new memories are being made every day. Don't live in the past. It's a never-ending cycle. You're gonna get stuck there. I'm telling you, it's not good for you. Okay, 17. In order to understand the sweetness of success, we have to know what it's like to fail. We have to know what failure is like. You can't fully experience how good it feels to reach your goal unless you failed at it. And also, failure isn't failure until you quit. Because you can keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And that doesn't mean you're failing because you're not giving up. That just means you're slipping up, I guess you could say. But just know that you are not a failure. And if somebody tells you that, they're lying. Because guess what? You woke up. Some people didn't. Be grateful. Obviously, there's still more to your story if you're alive. So the next one's gonna be number 18. But I'm not gonna do that one until I turn 18. So it was nice seeing you. I'm 17 now. Next time you see me, I will be an adult. And you will get to see me experience my birth minute. I hope future Kira is doing well. And if she's crying, don't feel bad. Okay, it's almost 12. I've got 10 seconds till my birthday. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow! I can now legally be tried. There's no way that's the first thing I said. Okay. Love you. I'll see you at 5:55 when it's official. I don't know how clear this is. It's whatever. Let me do like this. I look kind of bad. I literally just woke up though. My hair looks pretty fine. Okay. We've got like a minute and a half. Last night I made a video of me and I was like, how is this supposed to be 18? And I was like, how am I allowed to vote? And I was like, it's okay. I have until 5:55. It's actually official that I'm 18. I don't think that it'll actually set in that I'm an adult until I'm like 20, 21, or 25. Those are my numbers. But while we have less than 55 seconds left, y'all look at my graduation cap. Isn't it so adorable? It took me 5 hours. 5. Okay, I have 30 seconds left. Right here, I'm gonna insert a clip of me last year doing the same thing. I actually might have one from the year before that too, but I do this every year, so. Woohoo! I'm officially 16. 16. 2 years, and then I'm an adult. Exactly 2 years right now. I will be 17 in 30 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm 17. I'm 17. Hey, Dad.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Dad. This means that I will officially be an adult in less than a year. I vlogged it, because I always vlog it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to me. I'm an adult. Okay, now I can tell you the 18th thing. You are not the version of yourself that others create within their own mind. If they can't see you for who you are, don't change for them or their convenience. That took me so long to learn because I was so afraid that everyone had their own opinions, which they do, but I was afraid that their opinion would shape my life. And then you learn that you shape your own life, everyone's opinions comes after that. And that was hard to figure out. It was hard to unlearn things that I previously thought were correct standards. It took a lot of growing mentally and maturing to realize that other people don't really have a say in the way you act. Like, they do, but your humor and your creativity are unique to you. And if someone doesn't like that part of you, don't change, because the world doesn't need more stereotypes. They need someone who breaks out of stereotypes because they're unique and express individuality. They need someone who can truly show what it's like to stick out in a crowd. So yeah, that was 18 things I learned in 18 years. I appreciate you guys. I hope that whoever's watching this, you can get something out of it. And I'll see y'all soon. Oh, and those Italy vlogs. I'm gonna work on them. But yeah. Bye, guys. Oh wait, let me do my hair thing.